Hey everyone, Angelo here from Next Level Running Coaching. Today I am going to go over the actual plan or part of the plan from Runner's World, the May 2021 issue, because someone asked me to, and you ask and you shall receive. So I mentioned 2 days ago when I talked about this plan that it was a good plan, and I'm going to explain why I think so. And there was two parts to this plan. It was a long run and a fast, or long plan and a fast plan if you want to get faster or if you want to run longer. And let's focus on the longer one here. What I like about this is that there's a mixture of long and shorter runs, and there are rests. So rests are important. A lot of people try to just run through and not actually rest. So having some easy days. Now, I should put a disclaimer that Jess here, the author of this article, actually says that you should be able to complete 20 miles and run at least for 60 minutes at a time. And she also mentions that you can, cut it in half to fit your current situation. I totally agree with that. These numbers are, this whole plan, when I look at it, to me would be somebody who would be running somewhere between a 10K and a half marathon. And you can see here it's 20 to 30. I only did 1 week. I didn't want to steal from the article, but I'm looking at the fundamentals of these running programs. So they have an easy 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and these are minutes, 70-minute run, a rest, a 30-minute run, 120 minutes run, and a rest. And that's pretty good. I mean, it's a mixture of long and short, and that's what you want to do when you're increasing your mileage or your distance running. And then you have your fast. And what I like about the fast here is that she incorporates an easy run, which is important, an interval workout, as well as a tempo workout, and but a long run. This is typically how I actually construct and of course a rest. I may actually, and there's 2 rests in here, technically speaking. And it goes something like this: Monday, 30 to 45-minute run. Tuesday with the interval, it's a 20-minute warm-up and a 20-minute cool down with 4 to 6 800 meters and a 2-minute recovery run or walk in between each one, and then a 15-minute run as well. And then for the tempo run, it's 15-minute warm-up, cool down, and 4 by 5-minute tempo run and a 1-minute recovery between each tempo run. A rest or a 40-minute and 110-minute run and a rest day. So I agree with I guess you could say the ingredients, and what she calls the ingredients to this running program. If you were to look at this, and this is typical of most programs out there, and I don't typically agree with it. I think there's a better way of approaching a running season, but I understand why these programs exist, which is to, while you're doing this, she also has a progression in here, meaning that you may start with 30 minutes to 40 minutes here, but then you work your way up to 45 minutes. Same here. For me, when I'm constructing a plan, assuming that nobody and this is good if you have a race. Like if you have a race planned out already and you need to jump into it and get into it, that's why these plans exist. But in my training, I don't like that particularly because we haven't done the groundwork. So for me, I like to set the base, or get your long run into your distance and then move into the fast period. But there is no growth here, meaning I'm not increasing my distance here. It's all done here. And actually what I'm going to do is, let's say that I wanted to target 30 minutes. I'm going to make sure that my long run, I work up to 30 minutes and then start the speed. And then same here, so we have about 20, 40, so about 40 minutes. So I would move this to maybe even increase this to, what do you have, so this may be even like 60 minutes or 50 minutes. This I would drop down to 50 minutes. Do you see what I'm doing? Rest day, then I would probably match my rest days. I try to match everything up so my long runs end up becoming the exact distance that I want my speed or my fast cycles to be. And as each person goes through the program, we adjust it, but that's all done in here before we get into the speed workout, because we want to make sure that our base is laid down, that we're settled, we're not increasing mileage. When we get to this phase, the fast phase, we are focused on just going fast and increasing our speed. So yesterday I talked about, can you run the distance and do you have the speed? And then we got to take the two of them and marry them, because we need to increase the amount of time that we can go at a certain pace. And that's what this is all about. Interval training gets us to a point where we're running faster than our race pace to get familiar and get our body running faster. And the tempos, this is like, and Jess here in the article says the same thing. This is most important. I would have to say, when it comes to performance and training, if you want improvement, tempo runs are key. And I have a whole video on how to create a tempo run using the next level running method. But tempo runs are key. So fundamentally, this plan is okay. This is not a beginner's program, but you can adjust this as necessary. And actually, for a half marathon, I probably wouldn't be, maybe I would do some 800s. I probably would do some 800s. And my tempos are not broken up like that. But, you know, that's being nitpicky, and each way of doing things is personal and individual, like I keep saying. So this plan may work for somebody, but may not work for somebody else. And we may have to adjust this depending on you as the individual. And that's why coaches are important. But what's most important of all, even if you don't go with the coach, is to actually have a plan. Because at least if you have a plan and you start somewhere, even if you were to take this or go out there on the internet and just find a plan, run it and follow it precisely. The only thing I would say that you can dance around with are your rest days. You know, if you want to move them around, that's okay. But other than that, try to run exactly as prescribed on that plan. And then if it's too hard, then you can adjust. You can, if 20 minutes is too hard, make it 10. Then make this one half, 15. Then make this one half. Half of 70 is, why can't I think? 35. Rest day 15. 60. And a rest. Maybe you can do these and the 60 is too much. Then you start with, say, well, if you can do 35, maybe you do 40, then 50, and move your way up to get to the to the 60. All of it is just starting somewhere, and it doesn't even matter if it's extremely hard or not. Just try something, in my opinion, and work from there. So if you were to go to Runner's World and just want to pick up, this magazine, it was $10 to buy it off the shelf here in the U.S. And right on page 22 is the full entire plan there for 1 month for the long run, or the long plan and the fast plan. So that's why I wanted to say this is fundamentally good. It's a good plan. there'll never be a plan. I shouldn't say there'll never be a plan. It'll be very rare that you pick up a plan and you could just run with it and it works for you perfectly. There should be adjustment periods along the way. But other than that, that's all I have to say about running programs, and really wanted to get into detail. So just to recap, long runs should be first, long plan, make sure you can get up to the distance that you want to do, then work on your fast plan, which is to really hone in on your speed, and then your bread and butter here for performance is your tempo runs. Intervals just get you, actually have a video on interval training and tempo training, and why I think they're the benefits of those, and I'll put the links up or in the description. If you want a do-it-yourself long program, I have a free one on our website. I'll put a link of that down in the description as well, because that's for those who just want to create it on your own, and we walk you step by step through a module, and it's free, and will get you from wherever you are to the distance that you want to get to. We have a free 5K plan that you can go on the website and get. I'll put a link in that as well. And that's about it. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Angelo Santito, and I'm a coach here at Next Level Running Coaching. And please hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and like these videos if you like the reviews that we're doing. Also, please leave a comment below if there's any video that you would like to see, or you would just like to talk more about this running plan or other running plans out there. And make sure that the next video will come out with, I'm not sure if I'm going to do a video on a fellow YouTuber out there that's doing running advice, or another article here in Runner's World. I'll keep it a surprise for tomorrow. But until next time, happy running.